I want to read this one more time. Susan Coleman had an affair with Bill Clinton when he was an Arkansas Attorney General. So this is how she died.
She committed suicide.
She died of a gunshot wound to the back of the head.
And it was considered
And it was ruled a suicide. And the poor girl was pregnant at the time. What pregnant woman kills herself with a baby inside of her? With a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Who does that?
Mm.
Hello, I'm Larry Formato, and welcome to Connected. And as always, we got Mr. Willie Fats. And what are we doing? What is that?
Same thing I do. It's a trademark. You gotta get one. See, you got a cigar.
Listen, this is a new cigar, man.
Yes, I will admit, we finally got you into another cigar.
We retired.
Yes, we did retire.
We retired the other cigar.
Yes.
It lasted a little over a year.
It never got smoked.
Never got smoked.
We always like.
Oh, don't wake up now. Come on, Will.
That's getting to be one of your phrase catches or catchphrases. Don't wake up, Will.
Don't wake up.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications because you don't want to miss an episode kind of stuff. You can call
Tell
us.
them, don't tell me.
No, I'm telling you.
Look that way.
You can call us.
Let me give you some, love the camera.
Let
the camera love you back.
No, you can.
Don't get shy now.
Oh, I never get shy. You can call us at 941-244-2392. Or you can email us at connectedwithlarry@gmail.com.
So, Willie.
I didn't do it.
Today, we are going to talk about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And so we're going to ask you, our viewers, whether you think they're good or evil.
Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton.
Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton.
Are they the Clintons? Are they good or evil? And I can tell you that
I will say
Linda Thompson, who was an attorney in Indiana, she thinks they're pretty evil. Well, she doesn't think anymore because she's dead.
No.
Of a quote-unquote overdose.
I mean, if you're a Republican, you don't like them. If you're a Democrat, you're going to think they're the best president. So we're going to get a lot of
50-50?
Yeah, because if you're a Republican, you ain't going to like the Clintons. You're just not.
Well, I mentioned this girl, Linda Thompson, who was an attorney out of Indianapolis, and she didn't like them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, she helped put together a list back in 1994.
You must be talking about the Clinton bodies.
Yeah, well, back then there was about 24 names that she compiled of people that, had the unfortunate, look of being associated with the Clintons from either their bodyguards or being in business with them or just knowing too much about them. And I've got the list right here.
Yeah.
And in fact, my list now just goes on and on and on.
Isn't it up to 50-something with just someone recently within the last year or so?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've got about 48 people right now, and it's crazy. And here, let me just folks. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the list, and then on next show we're going to examine each and every one of these things. And we're going to let you decide whether or not you think it's even conceivable. Like, I'm going to get to this one lady who they say committed suicide. Listen to this, Will. She's on here. We're going to talk about her as we get to her. This has got me crazy. First of all, when women usually commit suicide, they don't usually take a gun and put it to their face, right? Statistically, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, not statistically. You find them more statistically with their wrist cut, laying in a bathtub, or something of that nature.
Yeah, well, this girl, she literally committed suicide, supposedly, by shooting herself in the back of the head. Execution style, and they call it a suicide.
How do you, like, if you would have said here, I would get that. Or if you would have said in the mouth, I get that. But,
You know, folks, I don't know.
what do I want to make sure I get? I don't know. Hey, it's the Clintons. You know, it's government, period. Government can
Careful
sweep
now.
stuff
Careful.
under the rug.
Well, yeah, and you know, that was one of the things that good old Linda Thompson accused the Clintons of doing, especially with the Waco conspiracy that she claims, you know,
Yeah.
the big cover-up. So,
Well,
we're going to talk about that on the.
and we're going to stick just to the facts.
Listen, we're not going to make the decision.
No.
You folks
guys.
you're gonna decide whether the Clintons are good or whether they're evil. A lot of people think they're evil. A lot of people are even afraid to talk about them, but we're here today, we're going to talk about them. So listen,
Absolutely.
if Willie for some reason commits suicide after this show, I don't know what to think about that.
No, because I still got to rob my bank. And
That's
I'm
right.
almost prepared and ready to rob the bank.
I am not having that conversation with you. You're not getting me into that conspiracy.
What do you mean? Like, I've already showed you the game plan. I already have the
I
blueprint.
didn't see it. Don't listen to them.
We're
Never
ready
seen
to
blue
go.
plans. No.
I'm even going to get a Go Cam. I will get it filmed for you guys when I do it. Trust me, you'll see. It'll be on Channel 8, Channel 10, Fox 13, whatever state you're from. Just check your local channel.
So listen, here's the conspiracy theory on the Clinton list. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number one on the list, James McDonnell, Clinton's convicted Watergate partner. He died of an apparent heart attack while in solitary confinement. He was a key witness in Ken Starr's investigation. So that's him. That's one. We're going to go through these kind of quickly because, you know, we don't want to just, you know, do all of this crap now. We want to get to the really meaty stuff, like on the next show. Mary Mahoney was a former White House intern. She was murdered in 1997 at a Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown. The murder happened just after she was to go public with her story of sexual harassment in the White House. What do you think?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to hand this to you. You can throw them over there.
That's crazy that,
Yeah, she got murdered right after she was about to go public with all that sexual harassment in the White House. I don't know. Coincidence? Probably, but let's see what else. We got Vince Forster. And Vince, he was a former White House counselor and colleague of Hillary Clinton at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm. He died of a gunshot wound to the head. And that was also ruled, guess. You want to guess? Guess.
suicide.
A suicide. Ron Brown, Secretary of Commerce and former DNC chairman, reported to have died by impact
Oh, wow.
in a plane crash. And a pathologist close to the investigation reported that there was a hole in the top of Brown's skull resembling a gunshot wound. At the time of his death, Brown was being investigated and spoke publicly of his willingness to cut a deal with prosecutors. The rest of the people on the plane also died. A few days later, the air traffic controller committed suicide. So let's see. We got Brown, killed with a plane crash, but had a hole in the top of his head, resembling a gunshot.
Wow, that's crazy.
The other people on the plane, unfortunately, were just victims. Collateral damage, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Right?
Collateral.
And then, you know, how ironic that the traffic controller, he commits suicide too, a few days later. So, you decide, folks, good or evil.
And we're going to go into depth on each one of these, right?
Absolutely. This is a full-scale investigation.
Yeah.
And listen, Bill or Hillary, if you're getting mad about any of this, talk to Willie Fats.
No, talk to our producer.
Okay, so listen, now we've got C. Victor Razor II.
Yeah.
Razor, a major player in the Clinton Fund raising organization, died in a private plane crash also in 1992. A lot of plane crashes here for Clinton's friends. How about Paul Tully, Democratic National Committee political director, found dead in a hotel room in Little Rock in 1992, described by Clinton as a dear friend and trusted advisor. It's another one, right?
Yeah.
We're up to number 7 already, folks. Number 7. What do you think, Willie? All coincidence, or? It's hard to judge, right? Good or evil. We're talking about the Clintons here.
Yeah.
And listen, since we're at number 7, we're going to take a break, because what do we want everybody to always do? Quick.
Like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to turn on your notifications.
And that's all in this big box right here?
Yep. All in the big box and a little ding at the end.
Ed Wiley, number 7, Clinton fundraiser, found dead in 19... None of this is funny, but when I'm reading it, in all honesty, it's like I just can't even believe it. So, he was found dead deep in the woods in Virginia of a gunshot wound to the head. Ruled a suicide. You know, he died on the same day his wife, Kathleen, claimed Bill Clinton groped her in the Oval Office in the White House. Ed Wiley was involved in several Clinton fundraising events.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, his wife says she got groped, and he got killed. That was number 7. Lucky number 7, Ed.
Yeah.
Number 8, Jerry Parks, head of Clinton's gubernatorial security team in Little Rock. He was gunned down in his car at a deserted intersection outside of Little Rock's park. And Parks' son said his father was building a dossier on Clinton. He allegedly threatened to reveal the information. And after he died, the files, guess what?
Let me guess, they disappeared.
They totally and mysteriously were removed from the house, never to be seen again. That was Jerry Parks, number 8. I don't know, good or evil. We're talking about the Clintons here. Good or evil. Number 9 is James Bunch. This is another guy that got shot. Died from a gunshot suicide. It was reported that he had a black book of people which contained names of influential people who visited prostitutes in Texas and Arkansas, where Bill Clinton was governor before he was president. So they all went to the whorehouse, and he kept the names.
And he knew about it, and he got shot for being in a whorehouse.
That's what it boils down to. James Wilson, he was found dead in 1993. He was from an apparent hanging suicide, and he was reported to have ties with the whole Whitewater investigation.
Right.
So, you know, James Wilson, he hung himself.
Yeah.
The Clintons we're talking about here, good or evil, the Clintons. All right, well, number 11.
Number 11.
Kathy Ferguson. This one's really interesting. She's the ex-wife of Arkansas trooper Danny Ferguson. Was found dead in May of 1994 in her living room with a gunshot to her head. It was ruled a suicide, even though, remember we talked about this, even though there were several packed suitcases as if she were going somewhere. She was packed and ready to get out of town. Danny Ferguson was a co-defendant along with Bill Clinton and Paula Jones' lawsuit. Kathy Ferguson was a possible corroborating witness for Paula Jones. So, you know, Paula Jones, she's the one that, you know, accused Clinton of all that sexual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this girl was going to corroborate everything
That Paula said.
She was scared. She had her bags packed and ready to go.
And she was shot in the back of the head.
No, she was just shot in the head.
Oh.
She was found dead, shot in the head. I don't know. She was number 11. 7-11. Two crazy ones. Bill Shelton. He's an Arkansas State Trooper and fiance of Kathy Ferguson. How do you like that one? She dies. And now her boyfriend, her fiance,
The cop.
State Trooper, he dies too. And he died from a suicide because he was overwhelmed with the death of his girlfriend, so he also died with a gunshot wound, and they said that was suicide. So this state trooper was so overwhelmed with the death of his fiancée
that he committed suicide.
that he committed suicide. Here, you can have this one.
I don't think he did, but
I mean, it's a terrible thing, and he was visiting the grave of his girlfriend when he died.
was he really?
It's a shame. Yeah. Gandhi Ba, attorney for Clinton's friend Dan Lassiter, died of jumping out a window of a tall building in 1994. His client was a convicted drug distributor.
Wow. A drug distributor.
I mean, at least he didn't jump out a window of a short building. They said he jumped out of a window from a tall building.
Well, yeah. I mean, they had to kill him. A short building, you might break your legs, but you may not die.
He was number 13. Number 14 is Florence Martin,
Florence Martin.
an accountant and subcontractor for the CIA, was related to the whole Barry Seal, Mena, Arkansas airport drug smuggling case. I don't know. He died of 3 gunshot wounds. Good or evil? We're talking about the Clintons here. Bill and Hillary.
And when we get in depth to each one of them, we're gonna be able to see why they think the Clintons are tied in with everything.
Well,
So-
I mean, everybody that we've talked about has some kind of relationship with them so
Yeah.
far. I mean, they can't get any more tied in unless they were tied together. I don't know. How about Susan Coleman? She reportedly had an affair with Clinton when he was an Arkansas Attorney General.
Great.
Died of a gunshot wound to the back of her head, ruled a suicide, and listen to this. She was pregnant at the time of her death. So listen, good or evil, you decide, but I want to read this one more time. Susan Coleman had an affair with Bill Clinton when he was an Arkansas Attorney General. So this is how she died.
She committed suicide.
She died of a gunshot wound to the back of the head,
And it was considered
and it was ruled a suicide, and the poor girl was pregnant at the time. What pregnant woman kills herself with a baby inside of her? With a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Who does that? And listen, folks, it's a suicide with a gunshot wound. Just think about what I'm saying. A gunshot wound to the back of her head, and they call it a suicide. That doesn't piss you off, nothing will. Number 16, Paula Grover, Clinton's speech interpreter for the death from 1978 until her death in 1992. She died in a one-car accident. Just a one-car accident. I don't know if it was a pole. We're going to find out. I think it was a pole that she hit. And
but she was the only one in the car.
Only one. Dead. Number 17 is Danny Casolaro. He was an investigative reporter investigating Mena Airport and the Arkansas Development Finance Authority. He slit his wrist, apparently in the middle of his investigation.
In the middle of his investigation, he slit his wrist.
He decided to slit his wrist. So listen, we're talking about the Clintons, Bill and Hillary Clinton, and you're going to decide good or evil, and I just can't wait to hear what all you guys have to say about what we're talking about.
Right.
And it's going to be so interesting the further we get into this thing.
Yeah, because we'll take some of the comments and we'll put them on here.
Oh, we're going to definitely talk about them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So number 18 is Paul Wiltshire. He's an attorney investigating corruption at Mena Airport with Casolaro. And in the 1980 October surprise was found dead on a toilet in 1993 in his Washington, D.C. apartment. He had delivered a report to Janet Reno 3 weeks before his death. So, I don't know, maybe they gave him something to stop his heart, who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
Another coincidence.
Yeah,
Another
I'd
death.
like to hear how they've got that associated to the Clintons.
How about John Parnell Walker? Whitewater investigation for Resolution Trust Corp. He jumped to his death from his Arlington, Virginia apartment balcony in 1993. He was investigating the Morgan Guarantee scandal. He took a header, folks.
Man, all these people that be jumping, boy, I wonder, man, they're like, oh my God, I'm stressed, gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, like, Jesus, really?
How about Barbara Wise? She was a Commerce Department staffer. She worked closely with Ron Brown and John Hong. Cause of death unknown. She died in 1996. Her bruised, naked body was found locked in her office at the Department of Commerce. Yeah, I said that right. Her bruised, naked body was found locked in her office at the Department of Commerce.
And they don't know how she died.
Cause of death is unknown, folks. Cause of death
And
unknown.
when was this, in 19 what?
Poor Barbara Wise, 1996.
We had, in 96, we had pretty good CSI kind of stuff.
Yeah,
They know.
forensics, yeah.
Yeah, they know. They just don't want to tell us.
And the hits just keep on coming. So listen, number 21 is Charles Meisner. He was the Assistant Secretary of Commerce who gave John Hung special security clearance. He died shortly thereafter in a small plane crash. I can't even get through some of this stuff. I mean...
A small plane crash.
Yeah. Small plane crash.
And I'm assuming nobody, and we'll talk about it, but I'm assuming we're going to hear something like nobody knows why the plane crashed.
No.
I'm pretty sure we're going to hear something like that with that.
We're talking about the Clintons, Bill and Hillary.
Good or evil.
Good or evil, and you guys are going to decide. We just finished with number 21, and we're going to number 22 now.
We want good or evil on this subject.
Yeah.
Just because you think they're bad because you're a Republican, we're talking about the Clinton bodies. Do you think they did it, or do you think they didn't do it?
Good or evil. That's
Good
what
or
we're talking
evil.
about. And Dr. Stanley Hurd, he was the chairman of the National Chiropractor Healthcare Advisory Committee. He died with his attorney, Steve Dixon, in a small plane crash. You know, another small plane crash, wouldn't you know it, right? And Dr. Hurd, in addition to serving on Clinton's advisory council, personally treated Clinton's mother and stepfather and brother.
Mm.
All right.
That's crazy.
How about Barry Seal? He's number 23.
23.
Drug running TWA pilot out of Mena, Arkansas. Death was no accident. I would say so.
Yeah.
All right. Johnny Lawhorn Jr., a mechanic,
Oh boy.
found a check made out to Bill Clinton in the trunk of a car left at his repair shop. He was found dead after his car had hit a utility pole. He found that check. He wasn't supposed to see that check.
No, and his brake line got cut and hit a pole probably. We'll wait to hear that story, but I'm pretty sure something malfunctioned underneath the hood.
It's terrible. By the way, I'm going to point something out to you. You can cut this out of the show if you want to. I had a comment on you wiggling your foot. They say it's distracting. They also say when I move my arms it's distracting. I don't know, folks will tell me. I don't know how to talk. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands.
I was gonna say, I talk with my hands like I'm constantly talking
Yeah.
with my hands. More so on camera than I do outside of camera, but you always have those quirks. Like I don't shake my foot when I'm off camera. I don't think. I mean, we'll try to correct that. How about that?
That's good. All right, number 25. Well, what are you doing? You puffing up now?
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to my new guns when they get here.
When they get here, because they sure haven't arrived.
No, they haven't arrived yet,
Oh
but they're
my God.
coming.
All right, yeah, that's
They're
good.
coming.
Yeah, Christmas is coming too.
Hey, I will get him. Just like Machine Gun Kelly. One day he'll shoot somebody, one day I'll get my guns.
Well, you know he never shot anybody, right?
That's my point. That's that.
All right, so listen. Number 25 is Stanley Huggins. He investigated a Madison guarantee, and his death was purported suicide, and his report was never released. Here.
Interesting
Let's say never gave you anything.
that the report was never released.
You're gonna like this one.
Oh boy.
This one you're gonna absolutely love.
It's probably my name because of the bank rob that I'm about to do.
Number 26 is Herschel Friday.
Herschel Friday.
He was an attorney and a Clinton fundraiser. And he died in March 1st actually, 1994, when his plane exploded. His plane exploded, folks. Good or evil? We're talking about Bill and Hillary Clinton. Good or evil? You're going to decide. We're not going to decide. We're just reading off facts. That's all
we're
doing.
just going to tell you the facts.
That's all we're doing. We're not deciding this for you. I might be swayed a little bit, just a little bit. But anyway, and then so I don't know. It's a lot to talk about, and we're gonna cover all this, and we're almost finished with this list, I think. Number 27 was Kevin Ives and Don Henry, known as the Boys on the Track case. Reports say the boys may have stumbled upon the Mena, Arkansas airport drug operation, a controversial case. The initial report of death said, due to falling asleep, even I can't do this, due to falling asleep on railroad tracks. That was the initial. They fell asleep on the railroad tracks. Never woke up when the train came by. Later reports claim the two boys had been slain before being placed on the tracks. Many linked the case died before their testimony could come before a grand jury. So before they got to the grand jury, they fell asleep on the railroad tracks and the train ran them over. Or somebody killed them and put them on the railroad tracks, and the train ran them over. So, that's Kevin Ives and Don Henry. So listen, the following people had information on Ives and Henry case. Keith Corney died when his motorcycle slammed into the back of a truck.
Maybe, alright, we'll wait to hear that story, but...
How about Keith McMaskey? He died. He was stabbed 113 times.
Okay.
Greg Collins, he died from a gunshot wound.
Okay.
Jeff Rhodes, he was shot, mutilated, and found burned in a trash dump.
Yeah, some people.
They didn't just kill you. They
they
wanted to make sure you were dead.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And if you committed suicide, you made sure you committed suicide by at least shooting yourself in the back of the head.
You're going to absolutely... Listen, before I read this, I just want to say one thing. You have to decide whether or not this is good or evil. And we're talking about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. And, we want your opinion. We want to know.
Yeah, we really do.
So I'm going to read this one, and you're going to decide.
Because your opinions, we'll take the good ones, and we'll even take some bad opinions. We're going to bring them onto the show and talk about them. So make sure, you tell us how you feel about it,
Listen,
Don't hold back.
Are you strapped in for this one?
I'm ready. I'm strapped in. Let's fly.
James Milan. He was found decapitated. Head cut off. However, the coroner ruled his death was due to...
A suicide?
No.
No?
No.
What was it?
Natural causes. Natural causes.
How do you natural cause to get...
The guy was decapitated, but the coroner said it was due to natural causes. So I guess he naturally
Wow.
died when he got his head cut off.
Oh my God, are you serious?
True. I wouldn't lie about this. So we're going to wrap it up with this. He was number 34. The following Clinton bodyguards are also dead. Bodyguards to Clintons. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Major William S. Barkley Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Scott J. Reynolds,
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Brian Henley, Sergeant Tim Sable, Major General William Robinson, Colonel William Densberger, Colonel Robert Kelly, Specialist Gary Rhodes, Steve Willis, Robert Williams, Conway LeBleu, and Todd McKinnon.
12 people.
12 people.
I bet that was Clinton's
These were
whole...
all bodyguards, and they all...
I bet that's all 12 who protected him. I wouldn't doubt it. So who would be the recent one that kind of hit the news as of late?
Jeffrey Epstein.
But he's not going to be on that list.
He's not on the list, but we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about him.
Yeah, we're
As
definitely...
well as, listen, one more that we're adding to this list. Because before Epstein, Seth Rich, he was I don't know if you remember the story, it just happened not too long ago. He was the DC staffer that was murdered and robbed of nothing. On July 10th, WikiLeaks
Mm-hmm.
found Assange claims he had info on the DNC email scandal. So Seth Rich had the goods. He had the goods on them. And
Yeah.
he was found murdered and robbed, but they didn't rob anything. So I don't know how he can be found murdered and robbed.
What year was this? Recently?
2016,
Oh, wow.
I think. 16.
And then the
yeah.
Jeff just happened.
And we all know about Epstein. He was the billionaire pedophile
Yeah.
who was in protective custody in MCC, New York, I believe it was, and under suicide watch
Mm-hmm.
because he tried to commit suicide once,
Failed.
failed. So, they had a close watch on him, kept him in solitary confinement,
Mm-hmm.
and committed suicide again.
And this time worked.
But, it was kind of strange because he had finger marks on his neck. I don't know. Conspiracy theories, they're flying all about right now with Epstein. And you know who his best buddy was, right?
Oh, boy. Who?
Billy Boy.
Bill Clinton.
Good old Billy and
Go figure, right, guys?
good old Billy and Hillary.
Man.
So listen, that's our list, for today. And again, we want you to decide, good or evil, and we're going to have an awful lot to talk about, Willie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And if there's somebody on the list that you really want to hear about, put that down in the description. We'll make sure we get those right at the top of who we talk about. Or we'll just go right in order. But if there's somebody in particular or you got some facts of somebody in particular and you want us to add to it, put it in the description. If we can research it and find that fact, we'll definitely bring it up.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
And so, Willie, what do we want everyone to do?
Like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to turn on your notifications because you don't want to miss an episode. You can call us with your questions at 941-244-2392, or you can email us with your...
He got it right.
You can email us with your questions or video chat at...
connectedwithlarry@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
I saved you.
You did. Or you can go to our Patreon. We got a lot of good stuff on our Patreon. It's Patreon /Connected with Larry. You can check out all the items there and all the different tiers.
Let's show
that we
them
have
some of the
there.
items.
Absolutely.
I've got some right here. Look. Let's start with this.
That is our Larry Formato coffee mug. That's
Larry
part
Formato
of our
Connected.
connected, and that's part of our tier 2.
Yeah, that's part of our tier 2.
Then we have our book, which is our final tier. This one ain't signed, but Larry has said he will definitely sign them.
Wait, hold it up for another.
I'm going to pass them over to you.
He's passing to me here. This is my book. It's a great read, if I say so myself, and it covers everything from the penny stock market in the 70s and 80s, the organized crime, movie stars, and rock stars. So get this book, Connected by Larry Formato. And you can buy it at whitecollarpress.com, www.whitecollarpress.com, or on Amazon. So get the book.
These are our shirts.
There's our shirts.
Yep.
And then we have
Lorenzo Cole.
Lorenzo Cole. You've seen him on our show.
Country singer.
He's out in New Mexico right now, actually.
Yeah.
Filming his music video.
Yep.
And
that'll be exciting.
Why are you going so fast? Show everybody the shirt. There you go. Let them see it. So we have that also, and you can also get that on Lorenzo Cole's website, and that information is going to be put up right now.
Yeah, it's lorenzocole.com. Yeah.
There you go, lorenzocole.com.
Yeah.
So,
and he's got other stuff on that site as well.
He does.
It's a really cool site.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to buy a bunch of these shirts from Lorenzo Cole. We're going to give them away to you guys.
Yep.
So let us hear from you.
Go to patreon.com/connected with Larry. Check out our tiers. And then we are in the process of building our own site to where we'll display this stuff as well, to where you guys can just go to the website and pick up the merch any way you want. The mugs. We also have the 1 gig flash drive, the coffee cup.
Maybe you can zoom in on that. I don't know. But you want me? There you go. Look at that. So that's a 1 gig flash drive, and that's going out to you guys as well. So
yeah, so we'll have all this stuff on there at some point, and then you guys will be able to go on there and you know, if there's anything you guys, maybe you want a coffee mug and you want a different color. If we get enough requests for a certain color, we may add a different color maybe.
Him. He's nuts. I don't know about that.
Why?
But
you wouldn't want these red?
No.
Pink?
No.
Bright green?
No.
I got it.
Black and white, that's what you get. Don't listen to him.
I got it. Hot purple.
What am I going to do with this guy? So listen, folks.
See, I tried to take care of you guys, but, you know, I look out for you guys.
No, he doesn't. He looks out for himself.
No. I look out for my fans. Willie Fats has got fans.
All right, I want to hear from all your fans. I really want to hear from them.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, Willie.
Minus the one fan that wants me exiled.
You got one guy that doesn't like you at all.
Yeah, so. I got one person that, and it's not a guy, it's a woman, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to read her comment.
Oh, yeah, we're going to read the comments on the next show. It'll be fun to read the comment. Because I'd like to know why she'd want me exiled.
That's a big word for you.
You like it?
I did. That's a big word for you. I'm impressed. So, listen, we want to thank everybody that's been watching our show. And we really would like you to share our show with your friends.
Absolutely.
And tell everyone to come on board and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And we really want to thank everyone that has subscribed. We love you all, and we want you to keep coming back and watching our show. And remember this, stay right here with us if you want to be connected.